Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to do some questions about kinematic and graphs in Mechanics M1 A-Level Edexcel. This is Dr. Ahmad Al Faris. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Dr. Ahmad Al Faris. I have PhD in Education and Curricula and Teaching Methods of Teaching Physics. I am physics teacher and math M1 Mechanics for the last 20 years for Cambridge and Edexcel. Let's prepare ourselves first and bring your paper, bring your notebook, bring a pencil, a pen, so we can do questions together. Okay, we are going to do some questions from several past papers about only kinematic and graphs. First of all, this question, what they said. A small ball is projected vertically upwards. So we have the projection, okay, which is vertically upwards due to the gravity. So it will decelerate. So there is acceleration equal negative 9.8 meters per second square. Okay. From the point A, the greatest height reached by the ball is 40 meters above A. Calculate. Now, before we start to calculate, let's put our information. So let's put SUVAT. S-U-V-A-T. What are the information that we have it here? Now, we know that they give us the acceleration, which is deceleration, okay, because going up and the acceleration is due to free fall, it's going down. So that's why we put the negative. The distance, it goes up for 40 meters. And we don't know it. And as it reaches the 40 meters, the final velocity is V. Always they give us three information. So they said that this is the point A here, and it goes up to reach the maximum height with this speed 0, okay? And the height is here is 40 meters. Now, the initial speed of projection is unknown. The initial speed of projection is unknown, but the question is asking about it. So what they ask? Part A, calculate the speed of projection. They ask about U. Then the time between the instant and the ball is projected until the instant return back to where? To 0. That means they ask about the whole time to go up, then to fall down, return back here. Let's do part A first. Part A, to do it, okay, we have the distance, the final velocity, and the acceleration, and they ask about U. So the formula will be V square equal U square plus 2A S. Now, this is the formula that we are going to use it. The final velocity as the maximum height reached here, it stops for an instant, is 0, 0 square is 0, equal U square, which is the unknown that we want to find it out, plus 2 multiplied by negative 9.8 multiplied by what? 40. So let's move the U to the negative side. It will be negative U square equal 2 multiplied by negative 9.8 multiplied by 40. The negative U and the negative U square and the negative, they cancel out each other. So U equal square root of 2 multiplied by 9.8 multiplied by 40. And by using the calculator, the answer will be approximately 17.5. Let's check. This is the calculator, 2 multiplied by 9.8 multiplied by 40, and it's 28 meters per second. That's for part A of the question. Now for part B, in the same question, okay, for part B, let's change the color. Okay, what do they ask? They give us the same three information, the S, the V, and the A. So that means I will find the time only to go up to reach the maximum height. This time I will multiply it by 2 to find the whole time as it returned back, because the time to go up to from A to the maximum height is the same time as to fall back from the maximum height back to A due to gravity, because there is no air resistance, so the acceleration remains the same. So we need to find the time. So we will use the formula S equal VT minus half A T squared. if I use this formula, why I use this formula? Because, okay, I know that I find U, but I'm not sure about that. Okay, so let's check the values that we have it. Okay, so as the maximum height is 40, equal the final speed 0 multiplied by whatever is 0, minus half multiplied by A, which is 9.8, negative 9.8, multiplied by what? T squared. So T equal square root of 40 divided by half. Okay, the negative and the negative cancel out each other from here. Okay, half multiplied by 9.8. And we know that we will find two values of this answer, positive value and negative value, or okay, actually zero value. Okay, so the answer will be square root of 40 divided by half times 9.8, and the answer is 2.857. We write it 2.86 second to be what? Three significant what figures. As you can see, this is an easy question that's from November 2003. Okay, three marks here and 3 marks here as total. That means 6 marks multiplied by the time, which is approximately 1.25. That means approximately 8 minutes. We can do the both parts in less than 5 minutes. So the extra time that we save it, we can use it for other questions in your Excel. As you can see, the second question, okay, here, okay, it has approximately same ideas. What this is, at the time t equals 0, the ball is projected vertically upwards from the point O, not A, okay, and rises the maximum height of 40. Now you are going to see about the same values. نفس الأرقام عم نشوف معناته حتى الأرقام مرات ما بغيروها، مرات بغيروا الحكي، مرات بغيروا الكلمات. So they change the words, but they keep the same idea. Okay, the ball is modeled as a particle moving freely under what? Gravity. Show, that means they give us the value that we are going to use it in the next part. Show that the speed of projection, okay, U is equal this value, 28 meters per second. We just did that, but let's repeat it again in a different way. Okay, so what do we have? We have, this is the original position from the ground level. It goes upwards, okay, it reaches the maximum height and stops, okay, at 0. The height from here to the ground is 40 what meters. Let's put the values that we have it. So that SUVAT. So S is the displacement, which is 40 above the ground. U, which is the unknown. V is the final speed at the distance of 40, which is 0 meters per second. And the acceleration is negative 9.8 meters per second square. And the time, it's not given. So we have three informations and they ask us to answer this question. So what we will do, we'll use the same formula of V square equal U square plus 2AS. As you can see, this formula, it's for no time. We don't have the time. This equation, they call it no time equation because it has, as you can see, they always give us three given, 1, 2, 3, and they ask about the fourth or the fifth. So as you can see, all the equations that we have it in the kinematic, it has at least, okay, not at least, all of them, they have what? 4 variables, V, U, A, T, or if there is no sorry, AS, if there is no S, there will be T, if there is no U, it will be T. Okay, so every time they give us all the equations, they have 4 givens. Okay, 3 are given, okay, and 1 is unknown, we can use it. So 0 equal U square minus y minus, because the acceleration of free fall is 9.8 is negative, multiplied by what? 40. Let's move the U to the other side. It will be negative U square equal negative 2 times 9.8 multiplied by 40. The negative and the negative cancel out each other. So U equal square root of 2 multiplied by 9.8 multiplied by 40. And the answer is going to be 28 meters per second. Okay, we get the 3 marks. Now we are going to use this value because it's given to answer the next part of the question. What the next part of the question is asking, okay, that's part A. Part B, what do they ask? Find the times, not only one time, there's 2 times, okay, or more, in seconds, okay, when the ball is 33.6 meters above O. So This is all the original height, okay? It's projected with a speed of u, which is 28, okay, and goes up to reach the maximum height. It's not important for us. This is the height that they ask about it. Then what? Fall back. So they ask about the 2 times that it reached this height. This moment, let's call it T1, and this moment, let's call it T2, which is above the ground by a height of how much? 33.6 watt meters, okay? So by using the equation, let's return back. We have solved that, okay? What are the given that we have it, okay? So S is 33.6 and U, it's 28. V, it's unknown, acceleration is negative 9.8. And they ask about what? About the time. So by doing that equation, okay, that link S with U and A and T, we'll find that we have 2 answers because it's a quadratic equation. S equal UT plus half AT squared. And by doing that, S, which is 33.6, equal U, which is 28 multiplied by T, minus the negative 9.8, half times 9.8 multiplied by what? T squared. Let's move these two parts of the other side, or the 33 to the other side. So eventually we'll get 4.9 T squared minus 28T plus 33.6 is equal to how much? To 0. Now, when we reach this equation, we know that we have an equation that we can use it for quadratic equation for math. That's T, the unknown value, equal negative B plus minus square root of B squared minus 4AC divided by 2A. So let's substitute the values that we have it here. Okay, so we have the 28, negative 28, negative, so it will be plus 28. This is, as we all know, that this is A, this is B, and this is C, okay, plus 0, because we know that it's AX squared plus BX plus C is equal to 0. So let's return back here, okay, and it's a negative 28 plus minus square root of 28 square minus 4 multiplied by 4.9 multiplied by 33.6. All of this is divided by how much? Divided by 2 multiplied by 4.9. Hold on. And by using calculator, we will find out that we have 2 times T1, which is equal to 1.7 seconds, and T2, which is 4.0 seconds, and these are the 2 times that it reached the height of 33.6 meters. Okay, let's move on to another question. Question number 3. Okay, in this third question, what they said: 3 posts PQR are fixed in that order at the side of a straight horizontal road. The distance of PQ is 45 meters, and the distance from Q to R is 120 meters. A car is moving along the road with a constant acceleration A. The speed of the car passes P with a speed of U. The car passes Q 2 seconds after passing P, and the car passing R 4 seconds after passing Q. So 2 plus 4, that means 6 seconds. The time is 6 seconds. Calculate the value of U, calculate the value of A. Let's return back reading the question with sketching. دائما يا شباب, we have to sketch the drawing, okay, so we can understand what's happening here, okay, with more details. We have 3 points, P, Q, and R. Okay, now first of all here, let's see that we have the initial speed here is u, and during the whole motion, there was acceleration, okay? And the time from here to here, it was 2 seconds, so it reached here. If the time here is what, 0 second, the time here is 2 seconds, and the time here is 2 plus 4, that means what, 6 seconds, and the whole distance from here to here is 45 meters, and the whole distance from beginning, from P to R, it's 45 meters plus 120 meters, so 165 what meters. This is what the whole distance. Why I did that? Why I start from P, the whole measurements, the time and the distance? Because I need to find u. I have, as you can see, two unknowns with two equations. So I will use so that, okay, twice, once from P to Q and once from P to R to get two equations with two unknowns. So that SUVAT from P to Q and from P to what? To R. Okay. If we did that here, the distance here was 45, but the distance here was 165, the whole distance, 120 plus the 45. U is the unknown for both of them, which is the same. V, it's not important, they didn't ask about it. Acceleration is the same acceleration during the whole motion. V here and V here is, it's not the same, and we don't know it. And the time here, it was 2 seconds, while the whole time to reach R was what, 6 seconds. So I will use the equation twice. Which equation? That link S, U, A, and T. It's the same equation that we use it several times. As you know, we have only 5 equations. So S equal UT plus half AT squared. This is the equation that I'm going to use it. I will use it twice. Once from P to Q and once from Q to what? P to R. Okay? Okay, let's put the values. What do we have? Here it's 45 equal U multiplied by 2 plus half multiplied by the acceleration, which is unknown, multiplied by 2 square. Okay, we can rearrange this equation to be 45 equal 2U plus 2 square, which is 4 times half 2A. And we will do that same thing from P to R. So 165 is equal to U multiplied by the time, which is 6, plus half multiplied by A multiplied by 6 squared. By doing that, okay, we can rearrange this equation to be 165 equal 6U plus 6 squared, which is 36, plus times half, which is 18, okay, A. Now, we will use these two equations to subtract. So let's say this is the first equation, and this is the second equation. We can do simultaneous equation, okay, whatever you want in math. So for example, let's say that I'll put equation number 1. I'll multiply it by -3. And equation number 2, I will keep it as it is, okay? So what happened to this equation? If I multiply by -3, okay, it will be 135, negative 135, 45 multiplied by 3, 135, equal negative 6U, and here, what, minus 6A. And this equation, it will be the same, 165 equal 6U plus 18. Then what? I will add both equations. If I add both equations, what I will get? I will get only one value. Why I did this? I remove the value of U. I make 2 is the same as 6, and I make it minus. So when I add both equations, I will cancel the value of U in both equations, and what's left? It's A is lifted. Okay, I forgot to write A. It is 18A left remains. So 165 minus 135, it's 30, equal this and this, they cancel out each other. 18A minus 6A, it's 12A, divided by 12, divided by 12, 30 divided by 12, which is 2.5. This is the acceleration meters per second square. Now I can put it in any equation, okay? I can put it in this equation, in any equation, this value, and for example, in equation number 1 or equation number 2. So what I will get, okay, equation number 1, 45 is equal to 2u plus 2 multiplied by a, which is 2.5, that means we have 5, okay, 2u plus 5 equal 45. So minus 5 minus 5, it will be 40. So 2u equal 40 divided by 2 divided by 2. So u equal what? 20 meters per second. That's it for now. We are going to continue it later on. Have a nice day. يعطيكم العافية.